Okay, that was the first BJ. And now we have Brenda Jackson. As I said, they're partners in crime, so to speak. I need to find out from Brenda because I meant to ask Beverly, but I'll ask Brenda. How did they end up like connecting where they are? It's almost like a sisterhood
Right.
between them. I'm going to ask her that after she comes on. So she's logged in. We're just waiting for her to come on camera. And I don't know if she stepped away or they're still saying mute.
Here she comes.
Okay,
There she is.
okay, there she is. Okay, well,
I get to help
Brenda
you.
Jackson, um, welcome back to Black Authors Matter TV. You've been on before, but it's been a while. It's been a good while. Oh, unmute so we can
Unmute.
hear you.
Unmute.
There
Okay.
you go.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, welcome back to the show. I
Thank
think
you for having me.
it's been maybe 3 years since you were on. I
It
didn't
has
say,
been.
but it's been about that time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we were so excited to have both you and Beverly at the National Black Book Festival this year.
And we were glad to be there.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was
it was
really
fun.
Yeah.
it's exciting. So, at the what I was talking about while we're waiting for you to come on is how did you and Beverly connect and like become like a pair or the sisterhood? And how long ago has it been?
Oh gosh, let's not even go there. It's been over 30 years. Because this is my 30th year as an author. And
Okay.
last year was Beverly 30 years as an author. So Beverly book came out before mine. And I read Beverly's first book, Night Song, and I just fell in love. And at the time, I contacted Beverly. I got her number from a mutual friend, and I just told her how many times I had read that book, certain scenes in it, like 25 times. And so we just had a good time talking. And I told her I wanted to be a writer, that I was working on something and that it was close to being sold.
Right.
And we met at a conference, and we've been sisters since then.
Oh, that's
Wow,
awesome.
that's a sweet story.
Yeah, we've been sisters since then. And it never dawned on me. And somebody said, "Oh, y'all the two BJs years and years ago." I'm like, Beverly Jenkins, Brenda Jackson. Yeah, I just didn't think because she was, I call her sis. And so I just never thought about it. But yeah, so we're the two BJs.
That is
Well,
amazing. I love that.
it is.
Yeah.
And you all both have written so many books. Now you have written, I know you, I think last year you celebrated 150, wasn't
Yep.
it?
In
Okay.
April of this year. And I'm ending the year with my 155th book. Can you believe that? It came
Wow.
out today.
Right, I saw that. I said, well, today's
Yeah,
the release
it
day for Christmas with the Steels.
Christmas with the Steels. I did both a Thanksgiving book. First time ever I did a
Hmm.
Thanksgiving book.
Okay.
Because we overlook Thanksgiving, we go right
We
into
do.
Christmas.
We
We do.
do.
And you know what? We all have a lot to be thankful for. And because this is not the best time of year for me, because I lost my husband 10 days before Christmas in 2013. And he was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer the
Mm.
1st of November. And so from November to January is always, I need something to keep me pepped up. So I said, this year I'm going to just write 2 books for the holidays. And that's what I did. So I wrote my Thanksgiving
Oh.
book because we all have a lot to be thankful for. And then, of course, I wanted to end it with a Christmas book. So I did both.
Okay,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you lose a loved one during the holidays, it
It's hard.
resonates. I
It's
lost my
hard.
brother to pancreatic cancer, and we were extremely close.
Yeah.
He died 2 days before Christmas.
Oh gosh.
And so it was like the worst Christmas of my life.
Yeah.
It just was horrible.
Yeah.
Um, and he was young and it happened so fast, because
Yeah.
pancreatic
Oh
cancer.
yeah. Oh
Um,
yeah. Yeah.
uh,
My husband died 6 weeks after the
no,
diagnosis.
right. That's
Oh,
what,
Yeah.
wow. That was
Yeah.
yeah.
fast.
6 weeks.
hmm
Yeah.
hmm Yeah.
Yeah.
So, um, yeah, I'll keep you in my prayers because
Thank you.
I know how that is. It's like all the
Yeah.
reminders.
Yeah.
And your husband was your high school sweetheart, or maybe
Oh
middle
yes.
school. Um,
Yes.
was it
Middle
middle school?
school.
Okay.
Middle school. We did not attend the same school. We attended rival school. And
Okay.
he always would talk about my school. And I'm like, it must not have been so bad. You went there to get a girlfriend. So, whatever. He went to Stanton and I went to Rain. So, yeah.
And what did you grow up in Florida? Are you
Oh,
from
yeah.
are you
Born and
native
raised
Floridian?
right here in
Okay.
Jacksonville. I've traveled a
Okay.
lot over the years because
Mhm.
I retired after 37 years in corporate America with State Farm Insurance Company and management. So I got to travel a lot. And I loved it. I love traveling. And that's when I did most of my writing at night when I was in the hotel rooms and it was longhand then. I had
Oh,
all these journals and tablets and, so that's where I got started. Yeah.
wow. And you do a cruise every so many years with your
Every
readers.
odd year, my
Every,
readers and
okay.
I, for the last 20 years, we've been doing cruises. And that's my way of spending time with them to show that I'm just a regular person who like to have a good time and want to enjoy my readers. And I do it for my foundation that's named in honor of my grandmother. And I give out scholarships to various colleges, HBCUs. And this is my way of giving back and still have fun with my readers. And it started out with a 4-day, 3-day cruise. Then it went to 4 day. So now we're up to 7 days. And I said, y'all want to give a week of your time with me? And they said, yes. And I have readers that come every time we do it. So yeah, I call them my forever cruisers because they have been traveling with me since day one, and I appreciate them.
Wow. How many people generally go with you?
I cap it usually at 300. I tell her, cut
Oh,
it off at 300.
that's a lot of
One
people.
year, yeah,
That's a
one
lot of
year,
people.
yeah, one year we went over 300. This year we was a little over 300, I believe, because it was a special year. It was my uh 30th year as an author. It was celebrating my 150th book and my 20th year cruising. So we split it up since I didn't want any more than 300. So we had a hold down in Houston, Texas, where some of my readers came to the hold down. And because that's where my first book took place, my first series, the Madeira series, originated in Houston. So I took it back home to Houston. And then the others who did not go on the cruise, they went back home. And then the ones that followed me on the cruise, we went to Mexico and we had a wonderful time. Yeah.
Wow. Now, this Christmas with the Steels book, I noticed the publisher is Medeiros Publishing.
Yes.
So, is that your publishing company that you
That's my
um,
publishing company. That publishing company was started in 2006. It will be
hmm,
20
okay.
years old. That was before anybody was thinking about having a publishing company being hybrid, where I was still writing exclusively for Harlequin, but there were certain books that Harlequin didn't want because of the
Mm.
age of the heroes, the heroine. They didn't want heroines that were full figured. They didn't want seasoned heroine who were older. and my readers wanted me to write Uncle Jake Westmoreland book. So I said, okay, I'll just start my own publishing company. I will be retiring in 2008. So I'll start the company, get everything I need to do. So when I retire, I could just walk right into the company. And at that time, I was only doing one book a year under my company. And it was a book that Harlequin or any other publisher was not ready to do because it didn't fit within their guidelines. And I was okay with it because I
Okay.
was writing a lot of traditional publishing books. So now I'm writing both. I'm writing again, I'm hybrid, but this year I wrote more of my own than I did with my traditional, but I'm still with Harlequin.
Wow. Now you write a lot.
Yes.
Yeah,
Uh,
you do. How in the world
I'm,
do you? I
I'm
think I asked you
dividing.
before, but I have to ask again. How in the world do you do it?
Yeah, I'm dividing 150 by 30. That's 5 books a year on average.
Yes,
So
it is.
that's a lot of stories.
Yes.
Yeah,
It is, and I guess writing, I believe the saying that if it's something you enjoy doing, you're going to do it. And writing relaxes me. I'm not into television, a lot of television, even though I did get caught up with Scandal. When Scandal was popular,
a lot of people got caught up in scandal. Don't feel bad.
I would cut my computer off and rush into the room and watch Scandal. He said, I can't believe something is taking you from something on television is taking you from writing. But that's really the only show that I really got caught up in. Other than that, I just love writing. Because when I'm writing, I'm in another world. I'm dealing with characters that I create. So they fall in love when I want them to fall in love. They break up when I want them to break up. And then I put them back together again. And it's fun. I just love writing. I don't care. Even when I'm on vacation, I take my laptop with me because I in the evening writing something. And I just love writing. Yeah.
Well, you got the right profession for
Yeah.
you because writing 150 books, that's a lot. I know it's
Yeah.
not like the most anybody ever wrote, but it's the most of anybody that I've ever talked to.
Yeah.
So that we've had on the show. I think Jacqueline Thomas has written over 100 books. I think she said
Uh-huh.
Donna Hill is at 100, a little bit over 100.
Uh-huh.
But I hadn't. I don't know anybody else that's done 150 um, besides you, and that's a lot of stories.
Well, Nora Roberts is oh shoot. Nora
Well, I
probably
don't know her though.
oh okay, okay. Okay. Well, Nora I know, and I know she's gosh, hit going into the 300s. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a lot of stories.
Yeah, that
Yeah, do
is a
you ever feel like you were repeating stories?
you know what I do, there's only so many tropes out there. And I got my
Yeah.
favorite tropes. I like
Okay.
the stories where because me and my husband were together when we were young. I like the high school sweetheart story that separate, then they come back together. Anything doing with second chances, I love that. But as far as repeating, I'm sure my kids sings because when I write any type of scene, I'm really into that scene. And my husband observed me one day. He said, how do you type with your eyes closed? Because I took typing in school.
Mhm.
I'm 72, and typing was something my mom said, hey, if you can't get a job, you can always be somebody's typist or whatever. And I
Yeah.
left school typing almost 90 words a minute. So the keyboard is basically the same. So when I could close my eyes, as long as I got my fingers on those home row keys, I'm good. And what I do, I get into another world and I'm typing what I see. It plays out in my mind like a movie, and
Hmm.
I type it. I don't worry about, oh Lord, I done got my hands off the keys, so no telling what I'm typing because usually I never do that. But in doing that, my heroes are different. I try to make them different, but I guess that's something I don't think about because I'm character driven and not plot driven. So each
Okay.
character I write about is different. I base the plot on the character and not the character on the plot. So
Mm.
Okay.
because of that, now my readers, they have, they'll say, oh, Miss Jackson, you wrote that kissing scene, whatever, whatever. But I've never heard them say, but then you wrote it again in another book because it's the character I'm concentrating on and not the act itself.
Okay. I get it. All right.
Okay,
So
all right.
Brenda Teal said she was on the first cruise and enjoyed it.
What's her
Her name
name?
is Brenda, and her last name is Teel.
Oh, okay. Hi,
Yes,
Brenda.
she's watching, and she commented that she was on the first cruise.
Oh, thank you for going with me. Yeah, I had fun. Now that cruise, that's when I limited the number because I think we were over close to 400 on that cruise. And it was out of Jacksonville where I live.
Okay.
And, it was wonderful. We had a good time. Yeah.
So when you write about a family, like I know you have the Medeiros family, and then you have the Steels,
Right.
and then is there another one?
Oh yeah,
You got
I got the
several.
Montgomery family. I
Ooh,
got the
okay.
Madeira Sister Steele, the Montgomery. Then I start writing about the Bennetts and the Masters. That's from Family Reunion. So I got that family and they're intertwined because a lot of Bennetts marry Masters. And then what I decided to do was to write about a city or a town. And that's when I made a city versus a family, and that became Catalina Cove. So Catalina
Mhm.
Cove became the object of the book. And it was not a family book, but it was about a town and the people in the town. So I've done it all. I don't think it's too many type stories that I've not written. When I wrote Catalina Cove, I had not written a book about anybody that had amnesia because I just didn't buy it. I'm like, what? I don't know what? Somebody can't remember, really? So I had a good friend of mine, Adrian Bird. You
Oh
probably
yeah,
remember
yeah,
Adrian Bird.
mhm,
She was a good
yeah.
friend of mine. We took a class online together. In fact, she taught me into taking it, and it was about retrograde amnesia. And I was really, really into the class more than Adrian. Adrian made jokes most through the class. It was a class we both attended. But afterward, I said, okay, now I got it. And now I think one day when it hits me, I'm going to pick the perfect guy for the story because I don't write plot books. I write about the characters. So I waited until I found the perfect character for that book. And it was in a Catalina Cove book, Forget Me Not. And it was one of my top selling books. So I was really pleased with that.
Okay. Now you were a few years back. You were, I believe it was your son who was
Uh-huh.
doing some filming
He still
about some
does.
of your books. So
hmm
have any of your books had completed films like
Oh
feature
yeah.
film?
BET did the first book of mine into the movie. One
Okay.
special moment. BET did that. And then I wanted to, my son went to film school. He went to Columbia University in New York. And then he went to Florida State Film School. He got a master's in film. So when he came back, my husband said, I want to see what he learned. We had him in college 8 years, and I want to
No,
see
that's right.
I'm like, wait a minute. If he was a doctor, would you let him operate on you just to make sure he learned something?
You're gonna
And he
operate
said,
on somebody.
yeah, he said, but I want to do this for him. And so we basically financed his first feature film. It was Truly Everlasting. I told him to pick a book. I really wanted it to be a Medeiros book, and he did pick a Medeiros book. I approved the script because he was also the script writer, so I had to approve the script. And then we financed it. We didn't go out and buy a movie studio. What we did was buy 3 houses in Jacksonville for them to film in. And one of the houses, one of the bigger houses, was to house his film crew because we went to some of the best film schools in the country and told them what our project was over the summer and would they send some of their best film students, and they did. They delivered the parents brought them here. I promise I'm a mom, I'll make sure they're going to eat, get fed, taken care of, and the kids loved it because this is a beach town. So some of
Uh-huh.
them, most of them came from up north. So we filmed a Christmas movie in the summer. So I went around to the neighborhood and I asked the neighbors, I know this may sound crazy, but I'm filming. Could you go ahead and put up your tree a little early this year? And they were all in. Everybody, the neighborhood was in. And we filmed that Christmas movie in August, July and August. And the movie did well. I was through with it. I got my husband money back that he financed it with because he figured that he could give me the money and by me being a businesswoman, that I would get his money back. He wasn't worried about losing his money. And I'm proud to say we did get it back because Netflix picked it up for 3 years. So that movie went to Netflix, Truly Everlasting. And now it's out there on Roku. It's on Tubi.
It's on Tubi. I watch Tubi all
Uh-huh.
the time. I'm
Yeah.
gonna okay when we
But
get done with the show.
I think
Okay.
what that's awesome. The awesome thing about that is that that's a family that supports each other. You
Mhm.
supported your son. You
Yes.
also everybody supported you
Yeah, just
by turning
My
one of your
readers
into a
supported me.
movie.
We had the movie
Yes.
premiere here in Jacksonville. It was a sold out.
oh,
Over 2,000 people from all over came.
oh,
Classmates, friends, readers. And so we had done that. So he got his first movie, feature movie, back because of his parents, basically. Now he's teaching film at one of the colleges here in the college I graduate from, a private university, Jacksonville University. So he's still in the film. And then the last 3 years, we teamed up with Passion Flick and we did 3 movies with them that's currently on Amazon Prime. So I got those
wow.
3 movies out there on Amazon Prime. So my son, even though he's professor of film at this college, he still handle my movie stuff. So
Okay.
movies are kind of slow now. Now they're picking up a Lifetime. So I got like 4 movies that's being optioned. So I'm glad of that. So anytime there is a movie, he's the one that works all the kinks out, work with the whoever's producing it or directing it and whatever. So he directed Truly Everlasting and I'm proud of him. He did a very good job.
That's
Amazing. I love
wonderful.
that story.
Yeah.
Hmm. I mean, that in and of itself could be a book. Just, I mean,
Yeah, because
family.
everybody that worked on the set were under 25. So I'm here
Okay.
trying to get everybody together. And I grew up corporate America. So I had to teach them. They said, "Well, on a film set." I said, "Yeah, but you can't come to work like you're going to the beach." I'm
Mhm.
very professional. So,
Mhm.
so most of the parents say, "Wow, you instilled a lot of good things in them." Because I was on the set, I had retired, so I had plenty of time. We had team building things, and they say team building. People don't do, I do because I'm from corporate America. So I wanted the crew to feel like they were family. And we had a really good time. So the movie is doing very well. It came back out, it left Netflix and it went to Apple TV for a few years. And then we got a call that, people want to see it on Roku. The Roku people want to see it. Brain Power for Roku and other people. And it's even international. So, yeah, so it's doing very well.
Well,
Awesome.
another great thing about that story is that the amount of parents who trusted you
Yeah.
with their kids.
I know they would bring their kids here and they would drop them off and say, "See ya." And I'm like, wow. And you're talking about I had an interracial group of people that my team was interracial. So they didn't, I say, they know their kid working on a black movie. Didn't matter because they, you know,
Well, black or
every
white, I didn't know you. So, you had to be
they
somebody
were
Right.
for me to trust
wonderful.
you with my child.
Yes, yes. And some of these young people now, they're all finished college, and some of them, their profession is in television in New York, and they always send me Christmas cards or letters and tell
Mhm.
me what a good time that I helped them to have in Jacksonville for those 3 months they were with me. Yeah.
Wow. So we only have a couple of minutes left. Tell
Okay.
us about a Christmas with the Steels. Just give
Oh
us a
gosh,
rundown about
come
about
back.
that.
My steals come back together. And my steals, I got 15 books in that series, even though the Westmoreland got them beat. I think I'm up to 40 books in the Westmoreland series, okay? But I wanted all the steals to get together. And my readers for years have been asking me about these two characters, and Drew and the mom, and Eaton, because they wanted to know why the boys were so harsh before they got married, and they would always say, "Oh, we Drew boys." So Drew was, before he married the mom. So I wanted to write their story, and I did. And and I have to say it's a good book. It's in ebook, print, and it's going to be out by the 20th in Audible. So I'm really pleased with that. And then I got my Thanksgiving book about the Montgomerys. And so I'm just blessed that I was able to write. Started out with 149, and now I've finished the year with 155. So that was a good accomplishment. Yeah.
That is an amazing accomplishment, and
Yes. Thank you.
it's just something you were meant to do.
You know what? And after 37 years in corporate America, someone told me that because I had made the New York Times. I had made a movie for BET. I was the first black romance author to make the New York Times, and I've made it now. I got a wall over there, and every time I made it, my agent would put the cover of the book on a plaque. So I got like 11 New York Times plaques over there, 46 USA Today plaques over there. So, and people would ask me, say, "Why are you still here?" I said, "Because I love corporate America." But as much as I love corporate America, someone said, "You ever thought that maybe God has something else for you? You made New York Times. You're a trailblazer. You made USA Today. You've done this, you've done that, and you still coming to work because I enjoyed it." But when I decided to retire, I came home to write, and I'm still doing something I enjoy.
Amen. Amen.
Well,
Thank you for saying that. For all of the people who still have day jobs, and for the entrepreneurs who try to shame the people with day jobs, thank you for saying that because they needed to hear that.
Oh gosh, I would get up 3 o'clock every morning to write while I
Yeah.
was working. So I would have books that came out while I was working. So I was doing both, but
wow.
that's how I relaxed by writing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're at the end of our time, but thank you so much for being a guest on the show. Happy holidays to
Thank,
you and your family. And we look
thank
forward
you.
to many, many more books from Brenda
Okay.
Jackson.
Okay. Already I'm making my list for 2026. And it's
Okay.
going to be my 5 books for 2026.
Well, you
That's
done
the
made me
average.
feel lazy, so I better get
Okay,
on my
yeah,
writing.
yeah, me too. I got three possibles. Like playing spades. I got three possibles.
I'll have my next book coming soon. Thank you. Thank you for making me feel lazy, Brenda.
Thank you so much, and
Thank you, Gwen.
congratulations, and thank you for being an inspiration.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have a great night and a great
Both of
holiday.
you.
You
Okay.
Okay.
too. Thank you.
Okay.
All
Bye
right.
bye.
Bye bye.